second. I've been trying harder all my life, cause I need to be perfect. If I could just be a little better, maybe you could be my salvation out of here.
Hello. I would say good morning, but it is in fact not morning. It is a little after 12 already. And this is the first time I have gotten a second without a baby attached to me, or running errands. I had a chiropractor appointment today, and I am exhausted. And I'm sure a lot of you out there can relate to mom exhaustion. If you're new here, my name's Cambriea, and I have 4 kids aging from 12 to 2 months. So, needless to say, I'm tired often. So, I am currently going through my purse because it weighs about 1,000,000 pounds. And I know it's just because things have collected in it. And I figured I would talk about staying motivated when exhausted, because that is definitely my life lately. I think I got a total of about 3 hours of sleep last night, and it is very easy to get so little done and then feel guilty that you didn't do anything, when realistically, just momming is enough. So my purse is definitely a catch-all for everything, and I have not given it a good clean out in a long while. So I'm literally just taking everything out. So it's pens and receipts and doctor's notes, diapers, wipes, literally a little bit of everything in here. 90% of it probably trash, but I just need to go through it and get everything out of here. So I'm taking everything out, absolutely everything. That way I can figure out what I actually need in here and what I don't. Let me know if your purse looks like this. I can't be the only one whose purse looks like this. If I am, that's pretty sad. But I feel like I'm not. I feel like there's gotta be others out there that purses look this crazy. What, baby girl? Yours purse is a mess also?
No.
Oh, your purse isn't? Is your purse cleaner than mama's?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mine's not that.
Standing on the porch in the night, thinking how we used to be way back in time. In time. Barefoot on the grass, open skies. I can feel it every time I close my eyes. My eyes, yeah. Can you remember when we were young and free, like queens up on a throne?
So, honest question, let me know the last time you did like a thorough cleaning of your purse. I don't even know if I do it once a year, and I probably should do it every couple of months just because it collects so much stuff from the kids and everything. Like, I always say this is my mom bag, and it always weighs 1,000,000 pounds because just slowly over time it collects more and more. But after having multiple kids, I never liked having a diaper bag. So I always just had a purse big enough that I could put some wipes in it, a couple diapers, a change of clothes, and that's really about it. I think Xander was the only one that ever actually had a diaper bag with, and then after that it was like, okay, if I have a little bit bigger of a purse, I can fit everything in it. So needless to say, this purse gets used. It really, really does. This one, though, has lasted me a long time. I think I've had this purse now for, trying to think, probably 5 years. I am not one of these people that has like a million purses and a million shoes. It's just not my thing. I'm not like super into purses and everything. But I do like having a nicer quality purse because I like to hold on to them as long as possible. So this one is a Teddy Blake purse, and I really like this one. I've had this one, like I said, for I think 5 years. I'd have to go back and figure it out. But it's still in really, really good shape. And considering the abuse I put it through, that to me is really, really good.
Never alone. Never alone.
We've been driving around, singing songs way too loud because we wanna. Picking up our love friends, fill up the car till it bends because we wanna.
Now, I will say, even after cleaning out my purse, it is still very heavy from all the stuff putting back in here. Even though I kept it pretty simple, but biggest thing is like, once you add wipes and a couple like basic hygiene stuff, so I like having my just spare deodorant in here, brush, pens, like I feel like pretty basic stuff. But it gets heavy quickly, but there's definitely a lot more room, a lot easier to find stuff, and I was very happy to have this purse just cleaned back out. I feel like it's really easy often to focus on the big stuff not getting done. And when I say big stuff, I mean like I haven't mopped my floors or cleaned my baseboards or stuff like that. I feel like it's easy to focus on that stuff and forget all the little things that you are doing every single day. And then often talk down to yourself about what you did or didn't do. So I wanted to make today about focusing on the little things, the things you don't think about. So even the things as simple as I spent the morning taking care of the baby. Like, because I did that, I kind of feel like I got nothing done, but in reality, I got a lot done. It's just not those big things we often think about. So sometimes just slowing down and recognizing those little things, it'll also motivate you to get more done. Like if I put a big thing on my to-do list, I probably won't want to do it. Where if I just focus on these little things, these are 10-minute tasks or less, and I'll have way more motivation because I'm not feeling bogged down by a huge project.
So your tears been running like a waterfall. Thought the stars.
I definitely feel like my number one goal when getting on here, and I hope you guys feel the same way, and talking about like things I do and the products I use is educational purposes, because it took me so many years to like figure out a good routine for me. And it's funny because I say that, but at the same time, like it still changes. My routine now is definitely a lot different than it was before Athena was born. But it definitely took me years just to get like comfortable in a routine to even say I have a routine. And my goal is always education, because it is a lot of work being a mom, a homemaker, all of those things. And if I can make it a little bit easier on one of you, that is like what I want the most. If I could have had more information like this when I was like a newlywed, new mom, young 20s, I definitely think this would have helped a lot more instead of the 14 years of having to figure this out. And I'll be honest, I'm still not completely figured it out, and things are still constantly changing. But I definitely feel like a little bit of help is always useful. And it's funny because I still learn so much just from you guys. One of the reasons I love doing this is I love being able to help people, but I also love how much I've learned from this community.
So I noticed this morning. Actually, I don't know if you guys can see this, so I'm probably gonna have to bring you in. This is a regular basis of just being a mom. Like, they probably tried to clean up after themselves, but missed a lot of it. So, yeah, I'll bring you in closer. Here you go. It's chocolate milk season. So, there's splatter of chocolate milk all over. Which, like I said, they probably tried to clean it up themselves and just didn't do a great job. So, I'm gonna tackle this because it's bothering me. Yeah. It's funny though, because when you're further back, you don't see this. It just looks like my house is always clean. Not always tidy, but always clean. And it's just not the case. Like, you can't have kids and have a house that's always clean. The internet's a lie. Or at least the cameras are. And I say that and show this so that if you are on the internet right now talking down because we are our own worst critics, we go on Instagram and YouTube and TikTok, and we usually are the worst to ourselves, comparing ourselves to everyone else's house, when realistically, you're not seeing everything. Because even right there, when you guys are back, you don't really notice everything on these cabinets. But then I come in and you see just how dirty they are and get. And that's normal. Like I said, the kids tried to clean it up. That was very obvious because I didn't come home, wake up to like a huge mess in the kitchen. It was only when I was standing back that I really noticed that there was stuff all over. Because down here, you just don't notice. And they probably didn't notice. So.
You look at me like I'm crazy when I shut.
Being down here also shows me I gotta clean under my fridge. It's dirty under there. That's probably not gonna happen today though. But it does need to happen. I also need a new rag because this is already filthy.
Fell in love with your colors. They kinda tell me what I'm thinking. I fell in love with the way we are and the way we lose it. There's something different about us, and the reason why we stay. We fly around like paper planes. They never know where we will fall. Nobody can see us, still they wanna tear us apart. There's something different about the way we are.
Yeah. Are you gonna eat your hot dogs? Yes or no? No. No. Are you gonna eat them? Yes or no? No? Okay, well then why don't you take them outside to the ducks?
Yeah. I have two pieces.
Yeah.
I have two hands. We can blow it out.
The ducks will be happy.
Yes, just the way we do it.
They're not open.
Anything just to block out the real life.
Okay, baby. I'll be right there.
Yeah, we're loving the way they think we're so messed up. Even if what we're doing is bad, there's so many emotions. Sharing stories that we never had, yeah, none is real. I think we're searching for reasons not to be like them.
Now, one thing I do every single day, even if I do not bring out like the vacuum, the mop, or the wet dry vac, is I will put the chairs on these counters and run the robot vacuum. I usually like to do this in the morning or at night. My preferred thing is to do it both, because the nice thing about at night is once everyone's in bed is the vacuum do a really good job. But at least once a day, that way if I am busy with other stuff, I know the floors are still getting a good cleaning on them. But after that, I just moved into the bedroom just to do the basic tidy up, clean up. This does not happen right away in the morning. It usually is, I would want to say like 11 o'clock in the afternoon when I actually like come in our room and make our beds and everything. But I do really like doing this. It's just nice to be able to come in here and relax. And I relax the best when our room is clean and tidy. Because I've talked, like, I am someone that I can get so overstimulated that being able to have a space in the house where I can just go and get away for a couple minutes is definitely a must for my mental health.
Smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on. I put my feet up and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling just loving this moment.
Well, bedroom's at least tidied up. I don't know if you can hear, but oh, I gotta turn that light off. The baby's crying again. So I'm gonna turn on the robot vacuum to clean the floors in here. Cause yes, she is not very happy. I also wanna start a load of laundry.
Forever, forever. I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on. Just when I dance around, I can't help but feel just loving this moment. Can we stay
Back on the couch. So I have gotten people ask why I don't baby wear, and I've never baby weared with any of the kids, and it's just a personal thing. As someone that gets easily overstimulated by touch, don't get me wrong, I love the snuggles and holding and cuddling, but to baby wear 24/7, I would be so overstimulated. And I got something stuck in my throat. I personally believe it can create a Velcro baby. And once again, as someone who gets extremely overwhelmed by too much touch, I can't handle that. So that is why I don't baby wear, and I try and let the kids calm and soothe themselves as much as possible. But yeah. She definitely does like being held a lot. So she gets held a lot, but when I can put her down, I do. That way she does get used to that, being by herself, soothing herself, comforting herself. Because yeah, I tried baby wearing. I tried it with Xander, couldn't do it. Then I tried again with Bjorn because so many people were hyping me up on it. Couldn't do it. So I love the idea of getting a lot of stuff done because they're like on you and you can just work around it. I personally couldn't do that. I kind of wish I could. I just always got so overwhelmed. I actually got less stuff done because I was so overstimulated. So we'll just sit and take a break, right? You should be taking a nap soon though, because you've been up for a good 2 hours. And usually your awake time isn't much more than an hour or two. Alright, so here's a question for you. Do you clean your kids' rooms? Just curious on the amount of people that clean their kids' rooms. I'm someone that I don't do this every single day, but I want to send the robot vacuum in here while they're at school. So if I'm coming in here anyway, I tidy it up. It just makes sense to me. But I'm always getting comments from people about how I shouldn't clean my kids' rooms. And I came to the conclusion of why I do it is growing up, cleaning my room was so overwhelming. Like, I hated it. I always felt so overwhelmed. So I like being able to come in here, like I said, just once in a while and tidy up. That way, the kids get home from school. They spend how many hours at school during the day. And the room's clean. I know I like having a clean room when I've had a busy day, so I always figure they'll like it too. And like I said, this is not a daily thing. It's usually if I plan on doing something in here, or like if I'm doing a deep cleaning project, like if I want to clean the windows, whatever the reason. If I come in here to clean something for whatever reason, I will then just tidy up the rest of the room. But honestly, I'm sure you can tell just by seeing how tidy the room is already, they do clean their own room. Because like I said, I don't come in here every single day. The boys also now do their own laundry, so I feel like it's good to model the behaviors you want your kids to have. So I want my kids to be clean and tidy, so I try and model those behaviors. I know the vacuum's gonna go under the bed, so make sure I get all the little things.
I've been as cold as a bucket of ice. I've been trapped like curious mice, and I've been looking for a way out into the sparkling light. I've been a lost balloon in the blue.
So yeah, what's your take? This is actually Xander's clothes that he threw in the other day. So usually I would leave it in here till he gets home and he can grab it. However, since I'm doing laundry today, I need the dryer empty. So I'll just throw this on his bed. That way he can put it away when he gets home. Just like the boys, also does clean her own room. Other than me coming in and assisting. I think the difference is just how much help they get depending on their age. So Freya's only 4, so she gets a little more help than the boys would. But when I run the vacuum, I do this whole side of the house. So it'll go in the boys' room, their bathroom, the hallway, and Freya's room. So I just like to make sure all these rooms are picked up. That way the vacuum can get around easier. And her room's not that bad. So you guys will have to let me know your favorite, like, go-to easy meal on days where you're just, like, no energy at all. For me, frozen meatballs and a slow cooker, I can make dinner so much easier. So these are always on hand. And slow cooker, when you've got a lot of kids and a newborn, that's a must. I actually had to wash it because I had chili in it from the other day. So I just put the chili into a smaller dish. That way I can use this for tonight. So I'm gonna make the meatballs, and I'm gonna end up serving this with egg noodles, but I don't even make the egg noodles till later on today. So throw this in here. Do a package of meatballs. Then I'm gonna take 4 cups of water. You could also use beef broth. I don't have beef broth. I have a pack of brown gravy mix that I'm gonna put in the water. And then I'm going to do a pack of onion soup mix. Mix it all together. And then I'm just gonna dump that in with the meatballs. I'm also going to add a thing of mushrooms, which seems like a lot, but mushrooms cook down a lot. You don't have to add the mushrooms either, but I like adding it to fill this up. And then a can of cream of mushroom. Give this just a light mix. I'll mix it again in an hour. It'll be easier to mix it all together in an hour. But I'm then gonna put this on high, and this will cook for 3 to 4 hours on high. And about 30 minutes before we wanna eat, I will cook up the egg noodles, add those egg noodles in, and then let it just like thicken up and simmer for another 20 minutes before serving.
I wanna get to your clothes, gotta get it right now. I wanna push all the limits with you right now. So watch your feelings, the city's screaming, we're not coming home tonight. We're living quick in the world, gotta get it right now.
This is why I don't normally put the detergent cup in there, because I lost it. Luckily I have 2. I'll find it when I pull it out later. Usually when I have multiple loads though, this is why I don't throw the detergent cup in, because I can't, sometimes it gets tangled up and then I can't find it. So, like I said, I have 2 cups. Not a big deal. And this should be my last load.
We got love, love. I need only you here with me. You wanna get close to me? Why don't you do it right now? You know we met for a reason, but you're trying to deny that we should be together. It's heavy weather, we're heading for tonight.
So I ordered this Sit and Play by Fisher Price because Athena has been like all about sitting up. Like she likes to be like in an upright position. She doesn't like the like leaning back of her. She doesn't mind her swing. She loves it sometimes, but she also likes the like sitting up position. So I ordered this online. This was I can't remember. It wasn't horribly expensive, but it has come in so handy. One thing I have learned from my first to now this being my fourth is I don't buy anything ahead of time, except for the things that I like know the baby needs in like the newborn stages and stuff. And the reason I've gotten to that is I know with each of the kids, often it's so easy you get swept up in the baby stuff that you just get all the things. And I've learned each kid likes different stuff. Like their wants and needs are so different that I did this with Freya, and I'm definitely doing this with Athena again, is I only buy stuff once like I know this is a need in the house compared to just overdoing it. It's so easy, especially like I said with baby stuff, to just have an abundance of stuff. So just waiting is one great way to save money, and two, a great way to save space and from having too much clutter of baby stuff is waiting till those moments. So I bought this. It's coming in really, really handy. But waiting till it's like, okay, now she could use this makes a huge difference. But right now she doesn't really play with the toys and things, but I think she will in a couple months. She's still only 2 months old, so it's not too bad. Actually, talking about that, so she actually just had her 2-month appointment, which I always hate. There are so many shots on the 2-month appointment, and I cried, and I always cry. Honestly, even Xander's last doctor's appointment, he got a shot, and I could just tell on his face that, like, he was being a tough guy and didn't want to, like, cry or anything, but I could tell, like, it hurt, and I wanted to cry. Like, whenever I see my babies getting shots, doesn't matter their age, I hate it so much. But she is growing really, really well. She is in like the 50th percentile for everything. She's 9 pounds, so still so tiny for 2 months old, but she is growing really, really well, which I was happy about because I'm like, man, she's still so small. It was making me kind of nervous, but to just get that reassurance from the doctor that she's growing well, she's just above 50th percentile, definitely made me feel really, really good.
I'm just staring at my walls and talking to myself now and then. I'll try to laugh, but I'll cry a bit as well. I was never any good at being away from you. I met you in the summer when you left, it was cold. Said we loved one another, guess that we were wrong. I met you in the summer, our love was out of control. I've been going crazy without you, I'm so alone. I met you in the
If you couldn't tell in this closet, I was dealing with the laundry from this day that I was just organizing on the bed, but also from past days. I'm really good at some days just throwing my clean clothes on this little like table section in my closet and then having to come in and do this all at once. Not a habit I am proud of, but it is just something that honestly happens. I do try and keep up with it though, because I love our closet and it is a nice closet, but it's not like a massive closet. Like, it's very easy for it to get overwhelmed quickly. So I like to come in here and quickly tidy this up a little bit every once in a while, because I am really good when it comes to laundry. Because often, like, now the boys, like I said before, the boys do their own laundry, and Bobby does his own laundry, like puts his laundry away, but there's still, like, you know, you still have towels and all the other things. I have the girls' clothes that I deal with, that often when I'm doing the laundry, I'll just like throw my stuff in the closet and just come back for it later. But like I promised you guys, and a huge thanks for everyone that sent me their Christmas photos. I'm going to be sharing Christmas photos at the end of all my upcoming videos because I love doing this last year. So if you want, send me your photos over on Instagram and I will share them here as well. But hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video and I will see you next time. Bye.